Three, two, one.
Whoa!
Yeah! Hey, what's up, everyone? How are you? Welcome to the Ben Kissel channel. I'm Ben Kissel, joined by Jerri and Aquino.
Hey, what's up?
And Kyle Ploof.
Hello, hello.
We're the three with the whooping cough. That's what happened. It's even infected Kyle's kid.
Yeah, it's been confirmed finally.
Yeah, this whooping cough's trying to take out the entire Ploof family.
Yeah.
And me.
And Jerri Aquino.
Me of all people. I've been coughing like crazy. I have not stopped. It hasn't passed for me.
It's been awful. I actually have a little picture of what happened to me. I was waking up to go to the bathroom because sometimes that's the best time for a number two is when it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I had a cough, and then all of a sudden I fell over, and my head hit the wall. Look at that. Did you see that?
My head hit the wall. That's the hole in the wall that your head did.
And then look at what happened to my tongue.
It's a big cabeza.
It's a big. Look at that. So that's gross. So anyway, that's what I've been dealing with.
That looks like it hurts.
It did hurt because I damn near bit through my whole tongue, which greatly affected the food I was consuming.
Yeah.
It ruined everything.
Yeah.
I bet. You can't even chew.
Yeah, it was horrible.
God forbid you bite your cheek or your tongue by accident while that cut is still healing.
Yep.
I bit my tongue every time I had one of those coughing fits that made me pass out, but I never cut through it like that. That was brutal.
I got razor sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead. All right. Well, speaking of razor sharp teeth, let's talk about our first story. Now, this is actually a bit of an update, and it is, as we always do on this show, it's a chicken update.
Ooh.
Chicken update.
It's a chicken update. It brings us to New South Wales in Australia, the land down under. There was a very famous chicken, and that chicken's name was Betty White.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was, because they named it. It didn't name itself, but it had hair like Betty White, and everyone's like, it's surprisingly funny still. Now, much like the real-life Betty White, it is dead.
No.
Yes. Why the Golden Girls needed a chicken, and that indeed is where they're at now, all in heaven hanging out together. So what happened was an innocent, although serious crime. There is a fella. His name is Peter Smith. He's as generic as you could possibly come.
Seriously.
Peter Smith, he went to this place where they have a bunch of animals, it's like a petting zoo basically, right?
Okay.
And at this petting zoo, there's also an alligator. Now, I don't know why the alligator is there, but you're supposed to look at it and be like, sweet fucking alligator. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
Right?
I love alligators.
He looked at the alligator and he said, my God, that alligator looks a little bit hungry. And then he looked around. He's like, look at that stupid fucking chicken.
No.
But the chicken wasn't a stupid fucking chicken at all. The chicken was Betty White.
Oh.
So he went to grab Betty White the chicken. And it's like, I'm a chicken. I'm famous. You don't want to do this to me. But he didn't speak chicken.
Yeah.
So then he threw the chicken into the alligator den. The alligator ate the famous chicken in front of all of these people. And everyone's screaming. And he's like, what? I just fed the fucking alligator a chicken. I grew up in the outback. This isn't a big deal to me. And everyone there was like, no, you have no idea what you've done.
Oh, my
And it
God.
devastated the workers.
You have murdered Betty White.
You murdered Betty White the chicken.
Wait, so this was someone that didn't work there?
No, he was just there visiting. He was.
How? Why would you do that? Why would you just pick up the...
He literally
act like you work there?
He said he always wanted to feed an alligator.
So he just did it.
He just did it. He's like, I've had a dream. I'm 58 years old. I don't know how much longer we have left, but I need to fulfill my dream of feeding this goddamn alligator.
Jesus.
And because of that, he's looking at 2 years in prison.
Wow.
What are the charges?
And animal cruelty, evidently.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
And a fine of $25,000. Okay.
That feels right.
So it is super sad, right? But let's just toss up. Toss up. When it comes to animals that are made to be food,
Yeah.
the chicken really is right up there.
It really is.
It's
just, but we also really like chickens.
Right, they're cute.
As humans. Yeah, we like to name them. We keep them as pets.
But this one was sanctioned for
This
viewing.
one was fully sanctioned for. This was a holy chicken.
Yeah.
It was a holy chicken. It was deputized. And if anyone has ever watched Chicken People, there's a great documentary called Chicken People. They
Sounds
are
amazing.
First of all, every single one of the men are gay. But But they all love their wives, and I just love my wife. She lets me dress up the chickens, and there's just
God,
one of those wonderful Lindsey Graham Southern relationships.
Yes.
So chicken people, it definitely educated me on the whole chicken culture. They cultivate the chickens, they breed the chickens, and they take care of their hair. So I get it. Betty White was well taken care of.
Wow.
However, this is what the magistrate has said now. That this man again is looking at 2 years. He grew up and he says, "quote I just wanted to feed an alligator." They said that these are very serious allegations. However, they do point out to the fact that on a whole, we eat 750 million chickens, or 750 million chickens are killed each year.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah, but I don't know about you, but I've never had a chicken that was Betty White.
well, I've never had a named chicken, although
You don't know that.
well, I'm pretty sure I get the imprisoned ones. I get all they're all named P Diddy, Chicken Diddies.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Yes.
That's rough.
Yeah, that is rough. That is rough. Well, that's what I always like to think. Every time I eat an animal, I say, "What crimes did you commit, you fucking filthy animal? Get over here."
That's not what I want. That's not what I think about when I eat them.
Well, it makes it feel guilt-free.
Yeah.
That's why ducks. I mean, they're serial rapists.
I mean, as long as it doesn't have eyes on them, I feel guilt-free about it. If the thing has eyes in it still, I'm just like, oh God, I'm the worst.
Yeah, but then
this
it's
is real now.
You know how some things are too ugly to eat? Like that sea creature that just sucks on the asshole of the ocean.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't think it has eyes.
What?
It's just like its mouth is on its stomach, and it's just like.
Don't want the eyes still in the sockets when it comes presented to me. I don't want the animal in
right.
animal shape.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want it in dinner plate shape.
Yeah, that is very, very true. I completely understand.
Yeah.
And I hate people when they do the extreme eating things. I was out to dinner one time in Seattle, and these people were trying to court us in a way. So they brought out a pig and had the pig eyeballs. Then the dude I was with, he ate the pig eyeball, and then he shat violently. But it's just, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's why everyone was always complaining about the McNugget, where they're like, "Oh, it's like the pink purse, the
Pink sludge."
taste." You know what?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. It's funny, a sick squirrel here said that's how the real Betty White died.
That is, she was fed to a fucking alligator.
Yeah,
Yep.
she was.
AKA the entertainment business killed her at the young age of 99.
Yeah. Payback for Lake Placid,
Ah.
True.
because she was feeding the alligator in that one.
Oh,
Is that
poor
right?
chicken.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, the funny,
Yeah.
Betty White, obviously, she lived a long life. So, we're not making fun of the death here.
No.
But the weird thing about it was, I think it was People magazine, they had a whole thing lined up where they're like, "Happy 100th year birthday to Betty White."
Yeah.
And she died like 2 days before it was released, but they still sent it all out. So she didn't see that. So
That's weird. Yeah.
Lying media.
Yep.
Fucking dead.
Lying media. Just fucking up.
Yeah, it's fucking up everywhere.
And then talking back to the chicken, I think I can speak for all of us when I say, thank you for being a hen.
Indeed.
Nice.
Thank you for
Been
being a
waiting
hen.
like 15 minutes.
I love that. I love that. That's what they, when the old ladies get married, they call them hen parties.
Yes.
They have hen parties.
They're just clucking away.
Plucking away. So the man, when it comes to the murder of Chicken Betty White, the alligator, no word yet. I'm sure he's happy.
Yeah.
But he has pled guilty, and now the case will be settled. He'll be sentenced November 20th. So
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he needs to serve time in the pokey. Maybe he just needs to go hang out with more chickens. Maybe just a year of just being around chickens, and then he can say, "Wow,
I think he could do 30 days.
30 days?"
Yeah. Because what are you doing? You're just
Right, well,
picking
that's
up a
true.
silky bantam chicken
Yeah.
Right.
and just throwing it like it wasn't his.
Right.
I don't even know how he had access to pick up the chicken.
Yeah,
Well, he just did it.
why did he have access to this chicken? If
Well,
it's
because the
fried
zoo was like,
chicken?
no one's going to pick up the chicken and feed it to a fucking alligator. It's Betty White the chicken.
Yeah.
I don't think it was under lock and key.
No.
I mean, it probably had slightly better security than most politicians now. 'Cause
Yeah.
The Secret Service is busy insulting people in bathrooms or in hotel rooms. But anyway, so the crime did occur. It was 2:57 to 3:10 p.m. So it was just a midday. Just a midday. He was probably a little hungry. The heat comes in.
Yeah.
And anyway, I don't think they should have the chickens that close to the alligators because it just makes it too easy
Right.
to toss it in. And as I mentioned, management says they're deeply saddened They say it's the first time in 43 years that we had a member of the public engage in such cruelty.
Murder one of our animals.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since someone flung one of our animals across to another animal's mouth.
Yeah.
43 years. Betty White was hand raised at the park and had played a crucial role.
By hand?
By hand. Huh. Yeah. And it played a crucial role in our endangered species breeding program.
Oh.
So, because I think chicken DNA is, we're all half chicken. So I think if you're like, oh, this tortoise is going to become extinct, have it fuck a chicken. And maybe that'll help. So, so they say her quiet nature means she would not hesitate to approach a customer for some animal pellets, making her an easy target for an alleged ruthless perpetrator. But also, you got to toughen your fucking chickens up.
Yeah.
This is still it's a chicken world. It's not a chicken world.
Maybe if you
We're just living in it.
Maybe if you crossbreed them with turtles, then they'll have shells and they'll be able to protect themselves more.
That might be cool.
Yeah, I'm also picturing like a South Park like crossbreed that's begging for it to kill us.
Kill me.
Like, yeah, kill me.
No. It's been us the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
All right. Well, let's go to the chat a little bit. Six Squirrel, what do you got to say? You say, if you bring your own chicken from home, you might have a case. If anything, it's a theft of a chicken.
Yeah, bring your own chicken to work.
Yeah,
Throw it in the alligator's mouth.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? But it is interesting. We do have a little bit of hypocrisy. That's all I'm going to say. Everyone's eating chickens.
It's a valid point. It's just everyone is like, no. With this chicken, it was the principle of the matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, on Thanksgiving, they pardoned the turkey, and if the president just took it by the head and cut its throat in front of everyone, we'd be like, what the fuck, man?
Right.
We already pardoned it.
Yeah.
It was sanctioned to not be killed.
Yeah. But isn't it sad that they're born criminal?
Yeah.
The turkey.
Yeah, they really are.
I do love a good turkey. Sarah Palin, she was giving a speech many years ago near, and they were just beheading chickens in the background.
Oh,
or turkeys.
Wow.
But it's kind of cool. I mean, it totally bombed. Everyone's like, that's really gross.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. It's just, they hang them upside down, and they're just like a cartel member. They're just like, what do you know? And they're like, I didn't steal your drugs. And they cut them off.
Jeez.
Feathers everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get on to a human story.
It's the human stories. You know, if chickens were, if we like switch that analogy to humans, like you can't murder humans. Murdering humans is not okay. We don't usually murder humans, but this one human would be okay to murder. Would it be Hitler?
Well, that's the age-old question. When you go back and kill Hitler, if you could,
would you fling him into a crocodile's mouth?
Oh, there's a bunch of people on the. I'm just about to go into a manifesto. No, I mean there's some people that are better than others. I mean, well, now I'm really getting myself in trouble there. I can't say that.
I got a laundry list, and it starts in the second grade.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, you're labeled anti-Semitic. It's just ridiculous. So. This is a story. You know that Steve Buscemi meme where he's dressed as a high school kid? He's like, hello, fellow students.
Fellow children. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and also that fantastic film with Drew Barrymore where she goes undercover as a high school student. And I think now in hindsight, I think she commits statutory rape.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
doesn't she fuck one of the high school students?
Yeah, she gets like with one of the boys.
Huh. Well, there's a 27-year-old dude in Nebraska. He posed as a high school student. He is now looking at 85 years in prison for sex crimes. So it's not exactly as funny as they made it seem in television and film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he went by the name Zach Hess. He said, I'm 17 years old. I'm super cool. And I guess it happened. It went on for quite a while. He got away with this for 50 days.
Jeez.
Where he's like, no, I'm just like you. And he would go on these dates with these chicks, with these young, high school gals. And no one seemed to notice in the school. But the fathers, every time he would go pick up their daughters, were like, that's a 27-year-old man.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
The dads could smell the
creep on him.
The creep, yeah. The pubic hair.
Game.
Exactly. So a Lancaster County judge sentenced Zachary Sheik, that's his real name, last week, after he pleaded no contest to first-degree sexual assault, attempted first-degree sexual assault, and generation of child pornography and child enticement with electronic communication. So he's going to have a heck of a time in prison.
Yeah.
But he did this again. He's looking at 120 years. He did this again by pretending to be a high school student and going undercover pervert style. You couldn't fucking sentence me back to high school.
Yeah, no, seriously. Who goes back to high school voluntarily?
Oh, what a nightmare.
A creep show. So this guy was 26. His girlfriend was 23, and she pretended to be his mom and brought like his vaccination records.
What the hell?
So someone younger than him helped him out to get in there.
Why would she do that? How does that benefit her in any way?
Age is weird now because you look at Demi Moore. She's supposed to be a grandma.
Yeah.
Smoke show grandma.
Speaking of the Golden Girls, they're like 44 in that movie, or in that TV show.
It's insane, yeah.
43 years. Like, I watched them like, how do they even move at 201?
Yeah.
Like the old one, like what, Estelle
Getty, she was the youngest one.
She was the youngest one playing the oldest one.
Fucking
hilarious.
She was wearing a wig.
Yeah.
Why are we aging all weird?
I don't know. We're definitely younger looking than previous generations.
We're not aging weird. We're just not aging. That's
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. It's like, how are we super stressed, but also like not at all stressed? It's all psychological.
Yeah.
I wish I had, that's when you come back from World War II and you lost an arm. And everyone fucking knows how that guy lost an arm. Yeah. Treat him with a little bit of dignity and respect.
Yeah, that's true. Not for nothing. No one thinks I've been through shit.
Right.
Because I look like I've just floundering around through a meadow of daisies all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I am not.
No.
I do not flounder.
Yeah.
Actually, on Instagram, there's just a lot of people who are very, very mean to me. And it's like, you try to tell that to someone who lost a cock and balls. And be a fucking, they're like, I haven't been able to piss standing up in 30 years.
Yeah.
But they don't, but it's all, but I don't think that they could handle it.
I can't, they can't compare to the hopelessness in our eyes.
No.
So
the millennial hopelessness.
This has been happening so much lately, though.
Has it?
There's been so many people that got caught. There was a woman that got caught pretending to be a high schooler. She was like 36 years old. There was another guy who wanted to play basketball again so bad that he enrolled in his rival high school's high school, and he was like 29. And the only reason he got caught, he had a girlfriend that was like 15 and everything.
Loser.
He was selling it.
Only reason he got caught is because he played his old high school team, and the coach was still the coach. And he was like, holy shit, that's my old player. And he ratted him out.
What a moron.
Yeah.
Didn't I bench you 15 years ago, dude? What the fuck are you doing?
Judge, could I just say in my defense, ball is life? Ball is life. Oh, what's that? That's also my sentence? Oh, okay.
Yep.
So authorities accused the 23-year-old gal of criminal impersonation, alleging again, she posed, as Kyle said, as the mother. So she's also going down. She pleaded not guilty. And the case
she's so fucked.
is ongoing. Yeah, it's pretty Ghislaine Maxwell of her to aid and abet.
Yeah, seriously.
How do you have that conversation? So, honey, I was thinking, spice up our relationship a little bit. Like, what's more exciting than felony crimes?
I want you to role play as my mom and give them fake vaccination records at the school.
Yep. And she's like, oh my God, I'd love that. Nothing would turn me on more.
I'm so wit.
All right. Well,
horrifying.
No, well, this is a gross story. This is another gross story.
I feel like if I was an adult that was in high school, but like as an adult, and then I just sat in like a classroom, I would just either go straight into PTSD,
right?
Or I'd be extremely annoyed, like on second 2 of all the kids talking, and I'd be like, dude, shut up, everyone, shut up.
I think I would just immediately
blow my cover.
I would just fall right back into the shithead that I was. I'd just be like, why are we here? What's the point of math? I'm never going to need this. I'll never forget when I made a substitute teacher cry. Her name was Mrs. Gerbil. And she called me a fucking Polak bastard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She did. And I was like, I'm German.
Yeah.
I wrote what she said on the board and everything. She started crying. But it turns out her twin sister died a day before.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I was like, don't come into the Kissel classroom.
Yeah.
You're weak right now.
Call me a Polak.
It was very, in hindsight, yeah. Yeah, but again, that's why 17-year-olds are 16, 17, 15, 14. After the sprout starts.
They're cruel.
Yeah.
Horrible. They have no concept of anything.
Yeah.
No, anyway. All right. Well, you ever walk around and then you feel a little prick?
What?
Every day, brother.
Yeah. Well, be careful. It might be a needle full of semen.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
This guy, his name is Sean Urab. Sean Urab. He's a real fucking creep-looking piece of trash. and he was going to women. He was at a Ross's Dress for Less.
Okay.
Which, come on. These people are already... You're at a Dress for Less. And I'm not dissing. I have no... Everyone shopped wherever you want to shop. The Dress Barn.
Yeah.
Although I did learn that is not a place to recommend a girlfriend to go shopping.
Oh, yeah.
If they're like, oh, I need to get a new dress, be like, check out Dress Barn, because then what am I, a farm animal? You know, they get all mad, and you're like, well, I didn't know. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
More of a Marshalls person myself.
Marshalls, fantastic.
Yeah.
Good deals, and you're probably not going to have a dude inject you with a syringe full of supposed
at a
semen.
Kendall store? Is this in Florida? Is this in Miami, Florida?
This took place. Was it in Florida? I'm not sure. Why?
That's Miami, yeah.
Okay, so it was indeed in Miami. So, yes, he squirted a juvenile in late June at a Dress for Less. The girl then told the police, and other shoppers were alerted that it excreted an unknown liquid on her buttocks, and he began filming her. So this is very fucking disgusting. Last month, cops began the investigation into battery at a Marshall's that mirrored the June incident. So I guess they were like, what happens at Dress for Less stays in Dress for Less. But if he does this shit at a fucking Marshall's.
Oh my God. This is insane. This is the town that I went to high school in.
Oh,
Is
my
it really?
God.
Yeah, my parents still live here.
Do they really?
Yeah, Kendall.
Oh my God.
I'm going to tell them to stay away from that specific
Marshall's.
Ross. Well, my mother goes to the one on 120th Street, not 88th Street, so she's good there. But
Oh, thank God.
just going to send an extra shout out to all of them anyway. Stay away from 88th Street.
Well, he's
Do you know Sean Edwin Uribe?
I do not.
Yeah, he looks.
How old is he?
35.
Oh, okay,
So
he's a little older than me.
He's a little older than you.
Yeah.
But maybe he was a senior when you were a freshman.
Yeah.
Maybe. So he had this syringe. He would spray unknown substances on his victim's left buttocks area. So he doesn't really inject them. He just sprays them like a horrible painter.
Hose him down.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Six Squirrels said this guy doesn't understand how IVF works.
That's literally what I thought too. I was like, he's trying to give people IVF injections.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
The victim says she was in shock, and before she could confront the male, he walked out of her store. Of the store, right? So he's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I've done my work. Now I got to go.
Oh, God.
Yep. So he was charged with battery on a child, a felony, 2 misdemeanor battery counts, felony tampering with evidence charge. Yeah, and he posted bond. So he's out.
Wow.
So anyway, be careful out there.
He's out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to send an extra alert on my Instagram about this.
I think it's important.
I know too many women in that town.
I really think that it's important. There was a speaking of knife, I have a knife right here.
Ooh.
Kind of cool. But there was a person who was butt slashing in New York. Remember the famous butt slasher?
Butt slasher? I don't
Butt
remember that.
There was a butt slasher in New York, and people were kind of making light of it, but it was very serious.
Yeah.
And then there was a person who was injecting women as well with needle stuff. But this guy,
Oh my
he was.
God. I know
he
there was
doing
a
the
face
spray.
slasher in New York.
Oh my
man.
God!
Yeah, they were just walking up to like random girls and just like slashing their face.
Come on, people.
Yeah.
Just don't do that. Don't do that at all.
Or their butts.
Or anything. I always say, the knives are good for if you got a little rope to cut, a little jerky to cut.
Yeah.
Jerky.
You out there on the ranch.
Cut my jerky.
Gonna cut my jerky.
Just go to like an axe throwing bar or something. Go slash that up.
Yeah, we got to stop those.
Those are fun. We clearly don't have enough of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more rage rooms, more axe
I
throwing.
like the rage room, but the axe throwing thing, there was one in Williamsburg right by the Brooklyn Brewery, and you'd go. But first of all, they limit how many beers you can have because apparently if you have a bunch, it's all
think
wrong.
I went
you
there
start
for
throwing
my
them the wrong
27th
way.
birthday.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Was it fun?
It was fun.
Okay.
I had fun. Maybe it was the company that I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fact that I was fucking sick at it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
could
were
throw
good.
an axe. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And you're 27, so nothing can go wrong at that age.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, this is a little shirt in the live stream. You can see here. It's called Kurt's Army.
Yep.
And I think that's very controversial. I don't know anything about it, but I guess it's controversial.
Kurt Cobain's truther group looking into his
Truther
murder.
Group? Oh, kind of like the Free Britney fans.
Yeah.
Right.
These guys are gonna figure out what happened to Kurt for real.
I want
Yeah.
justice for Kurt.
Yeah. I think the internet gets some stuff wrong. I really do. remember they were like, "Oh, free Britney," but then everyone's like, "We got to lock this chick up."
Yeah, after she was free,
Yeah,
they're
well,
like,
the problem is we freed her successfully, and then we saw like what it is that they were containing to begin with, and we were like, oh, I didn't realize it was all that.
Turns out she was maybe a little ill, because I mean, of all the victimization.
yeah.
She goes, she's been going crazy, and then the audience is like, yeah, you know what, Brittany, you're free, do whatever you want now, and then she just keeps on dancing, and you're like, okay. Yeah, I get it. You've been through a lot. Just dance. And then she pulls out knives.
Right, but I actually thought the knife stuff was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Was it?
Well, yeah, it was just, people were just more concerned that she was going to stab her fucking neck and kill herself right on live stream. But that's what made it edgy.
Exhilarating.
So, this, going back to Uri, this total fucking moron. So he's in custody, right? And that's when he calls his dad. And he tells his dad, this is quote, so he's like talking about like, yo, I got all this shit. There's some stuff going down, Dad. Yeah. Help me out. He says, quote, I need you to get them and fucking hide them. Put them under lock and key. And of course, he was referring to, I guess, video evidence that he had recorded of his attacks. But Urib's father, instead, when the cops came to the resident, he's like, here's all this stuff that my son has. So his dad didn't do a good part. But also, everything that you say on a jail phone is recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
How do people still not know that?
I don't know. When I was in the pokey, when I did my hard time, 24 hours straight.
Oof.
Yeah.
In the pokey, there was a person that came in there, and this was a serious crime. There was a gun related charge, and he got on the phone. He's like, "You got to hide it at all these places." I was like, "Buddy, you just committed. You're so stupid."
They tell you. They even said it to us when we talked to Joe Exotic. Everything's being recorded in this phone call.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not.
They announce it.
Investigators then seized 3 medical syringes containing, what I hate this word.
Oh, no.
A viscous white liquid consistent with that of semen.
Nope.
Yeah, so be careful in Jerry's hometown.
Yeah, seriously.
Fucking weirdos out there.
Creeps, dude.
God.
That is the worst. There's definitely a lot of like old dudes that are really creepy and stare a lot, and then they don't say anything, but they just stare. And
right. Yeah. It's not a lot going on.
No.
They're a sad bunch.
It's so hot out there.
Yeah. Haley Cron says, could have done without that, sir.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already a fucking dress for less.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why do we do this to people, you know, who maybe don't have the most amount of economic means? Why do we name all their stores such offensive terms? Just so they fucking know.
Just so they know.
Just so they know. It's the dress for less. It's the save a lot.
Yeah.
Why not we should call them like nice things. Like, you're a rich fuck, huh? rich fucking clothes here for your rich fucking ass.
No, I feel like that sounds taunting.
Yeah,
a little condescending.
No, it's better than dress bar and dress for less.
Richie McRicherson over here.
Peasants, come here to Peasants Factory.
$3 dresses.
Fabrics.
You don't have to say for less. Just say Ross.
Yeah.
Dress up.
Yeah, Ross, dress up. Yeah, when I think of fashion, I always think of the name Ross. That and autism. Jack Boob says, hi, Ben. Yep.
Slop Barn.
Slop Barn. Now, Slop Barn sounds like a barbecue joint I would go to.
Sounds like a strip club.
All right.
Going on down to the Slop Barn. Get a lap dance. 2 for 1.
The lap dance gets you.
Yeah.
Slop Barn sounds dirty.
Yeah, coming out all wet and stuff. It's nasty. All right, well, it's not just men doing disgusting things.
Whoa.
It's also women.
Girls can be gross, too.
Yeah.
A woman has been arrested again for battery with a dildo.
I'm in full support. Tell me the story.
Okay, her name is Chelsea White. She's 35. Her boyfriend, he was in the kitchen. He was eating when he discovered that his missing glass dildo was inside White's backpack in the couple's Fort Pierce residence.
Damn, so first he discovered his missing dildo.
Yep.
First of all, his dildo went missing. He was already worried about this.
Right, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
But to each their own.
Yeah, and then he finds it in her purse, and he's like,
why would you need this on the outside?
yeah.
So the mother of his child stole something from him, and it got physical. That was according to the arrest affidavit. And they say around 11 p.m., a tussle broke out. And then White and the 35-year-old victim exchanged assorted blows. So they were assorted, like a candy.
Like fun size?
Yeah.
One was extra large?
I hate this one. It's got cherries in it.
This one's got peanuts in it.
Oh, that's a surprise I like. I hate when they fucking sneak fruit into food.
Yeah, I know. Don't put a cranberry in there. I know what I'm doing.
Exactly. So they briefly separated. That's when White began hitting him again after he went to grab the backpack. He didn't want her leaving with this dildo.
That
This
was
is his
probably a
favorite
really
dildo.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a really special dildo for him.
Yeah.
Madam, unhand my dildo.
Give
Not
me
to
my...
mention, it's the glass one, okay? It's not the silicone dishwasher safe one.
Yeah.
Well-
it's not the rechargeable one.
You'll take
It's
your eye out, kid.
glass.
You really
Those are
will.
expensive. Those are really high quality stuff.
Yeah, and if you heat them up too much, they can hurt.
Well,
So-
you don't.
Well, you have to, if you
boil them so that
Friction.
you can
Right, but don't do it right out of the. Well, that's what I'm saying. If
But
you
don't.
boil it right out of the, if you take it right out of the boiler. I always like to put mine in the air fryer.
Yeah.
I imagine there are those who put it in the freezer.
Like a nice crispy dildo.
Yeah.
So you can be a nice little popsicle
No.
stick.
I think if you boil it and then pop it right in the freezer, it's going to break.
No, I mean instead of making it hot, making it cold. You put it.
Well, that
throw
doesn't kill the germs and all that.
No, well, you can kill the germ. Yeah, no, you can. I mean, as far as enjoying the temperature of things going up your.
In this case, I think it's his asshole.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she began hitting him again after again he went for the backpack. While standing in the kitchen, that's when she threw the glass dildo. The dildo missed the target,
Oof.
hit the floor, and then it woke up the couple's kid.
Oh.
So you're this poor fucking kid. Your parents are fighting over a dildo in the kitchen.
So embarrassing.
Man.
Mom, stop hitting Dad with the dildo again.
Oh. How did I get here? Why did they do this to me?
Oh, man.
So White grabbed the bag back, walked away from the property. She was located hours later, again arrested for domestic battery. She's been locked up for $1,000 in lieu of bond, which I don't think she paid. So she's going to be there for a little while. When questioned about it, she says the victim said that White was arrested in the past for a similar incident where they got into an altercation over a dildo. So I don't think this couple needs dildos.
No.
They can't handle it.
They really can't.
It actually sounds like they need dildos.
Yeah, they just need more, because if they both had one, they wouldn't be fighting over it.
Well, yeah, why does she need his dildo?
Yeah.
It was her favorite one. Also,
Yeah, well,
they lost a bet. They were
Yeah.
trying to take one back. I wonder what the first dildo argument was about. And why?
I think it was the same thing. I think she tried to take the dildo again.
They just got to go Requiem for a Dream and go back to back.
Yeah,
Oh, Jennifer Connelly, that broke my heart.
I didn't
I
take it
know.
out for air, honey.
Oh God,
yeah, that scene really got me.
that was rough.
It was a sad scene, but then there was moments where you're like, this is fucking kind of hot. But it was a sad scene.
Refuse
Yeah.
to agree.
No, I know. That's why. I mean, when you watch it for the 10th time, you're like, I'm used to it now. They're gonna throw dollars at her.
Yeah.
Ass to ass. So anyway, yeah, that was in 2002. They got into a verbal argument over a handbag and a sex. It's the same story.
Wow.
Yep.
They
She was
really-
sentenced to 12 months probation, $800 fine, and she was required to complete a batter's intervention program. It was unclear. It's unclear if this was the same dildo. That's what they say. Unclear.
Wow.
Stop hitting your man with his dildo.
I mean, the glass fucking dildo. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's got to leave a mark.
It really would. I mean, although I think if you get a big double donger and you get the whap going, that's gonna hurt.
It would also sound absolutely hilarious.
Oh.
Glass dildo hitting you, that sounds like murder. But one of those dildos, like, boom.
Yeah.
Ga-dunk.
Right. And they don't break.
They just-
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. That is.
Did you ever, were you there, were you aware of the giant dildo war in Union Square in New York City?
I think I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, there was one time a bunch of secret organization brought in a bunch of dildos. They weren't allowed to have the party, so it had to be really secret. And they secretly handed out a bunch of dildos on different corners of Union Square.
Oh my God.
And then everyone ran at each other, and threw them at each other. It was great. There's like slow motion clips
Yeah.
on YouTube of just like dildos flying in people's faces.
It's not a fucking joke. You know, that's like the Warriors. The Jets versus the Sharks, dildos. They need to redo that. Remember when that fucking guy, he's the director, real famous guy from E.T.?
Spielberg.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg. Remember when he was like, I'm gonna end all gun violence. We're gonna remove all the guns from E.T. and replace them with walkie-talkies.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Remember when he did that?
Oh,
They should
yeah.
have done little dildos.
Yeah.
Make them little dildos. All celebrities are so stupid. And then there was another one, Joan Jett. She was like, after another school shooting, she was like, I'm going to stop singing Hit Me With Your Best Shot. I'm just going to stop singing. So no one knows who you are.
It's not.
These school shooters don't even know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, no, the school shooters definitely don't know who Joan Jett is, and they don't listen to that.
It'd be hilarious if they did, though.
That was like in their iPod still playing.
Yeah, instead of Marilyn Manson, they're like, hit me
Yeah.
with your best
Best
I
shot.
don't even know if they know who Marilyn Manson is anymore.
Pow, pow, pow.
It's very Deadpool.
Yeah. They should do that. Remember when they had Kids Bop? Now they should have songs to shoot up your school to.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Edition number 12. What would be on there? Probably some chaperone who is currently in a bit of heat.
Yeah, she is making sure that she prioritizes herself, her mental health. She's canceling shows. She's telling photographers to shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
She's just taking care of her.
I have no problem with it. It is the only thing is with the canceling shows, it's a little sad because people spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's just
It
like, I
is,
get
yeah.
it.
She has to, and she hasn't said anything to her fans. She's still like,
Well, she's going through what all of us celebriturds go through, where you're beginning to realize that it's not all cupcakes and fun times.
aw.
Because sometimes people turn on you. And I think Chaperone is like, can I be left the fuck alone too?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
she's a mega star.
She got overwhelmed. She got hit with a lot really fast.
She got hit with a lot, and she's much more famous, obviously, than us three. But I think that she is a Midwest gal, Midwest princess.
Yeah.
And it probably is quite overwhelming, especially in the music industry. It's nasty.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine as we're learning with the Diddy stuff, which at some point we will
Oh
talk about.
my
But everyone knows
God.
the same information, so it's like we're not
Seriously.
gonna break any news here. The one thing I did think was interesting though is he's hanging out with Sam Friedman, the crypto guy.
Oh, Bankman?
Bankman, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Bankman, Sam Bankman.
Yeah.
So it's him and Diddy just talking crypto, I guess. Yeah, they're together. And then Diddy's not eating; he's worried the food's gonna poison him.
Yeah.
Yeah, people work on those shows. This is according to Jack Boobs. They say people work on those shows that she canceled. So tons of people lost tons of money because she didn't feel like it. Well, again,
I
we
bet.
can't get into the mind of everyone. People, as we talked about
Yeah.
earlier, the mental health crisis in this country is very real.
Yep.
And I'm sure she's going through quite a bit. But yes, I understand.
And yes.
Everyone's going through a lot. But I have empathy. I'm gonna throw out the empathy card.
Yes.
Chaperone. She's
She has
26
some-
years
She
old.
has some empathy.
That's why I like my little sports stars too. I'm like yelling at the screen. They're like 19-year-olds. And it's like Jesus. These kids
Yeah.
they're all babies.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And personally, that's why I have purposely never become famous because I knew I wouldn't be able to handle it. I didn't want to overwhelm myself. I cared about my self-care. I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay out of the limelight
There you go.
for a really long time to the point where it affects me financially.
Oh well, that's fun. That's the fun part about it. We're like, oh, how am I going to make any money? And well, do I even? Why should I live? So, let's move on to cheese news. The world's oldest cheese has been found in an
Ew.
ancient Chinese tomb. A dairy. So there was a mummy, right? And the mummy was smeared with a bunch of cheese.
By the daddy?
God.
I don't know. So it's from the Bronze Age. It was a farmer. He was buried with a chunk of their favorite cheese. And now they have found it. And the body is very well preserved. This is a Sun article. They even show the cheese there.
Ew. Oh.
It looks
Oh
like-
my God.
We've all seen it. This is the
Lord.
The article is the unbelievable,
Unbelievable.
which I got to give it to the Sun, the U.S. Sun, and between the U.S. Sun and the New York Post. Holy hell! But the cheese looks, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It looks like cat vomit.
It does, and it looks like something that might be between the toes of somebody.
Oh God.
It's estimated to be 3,600 years old, beating the previous record by 400 full fucking years.
Ew.
Oof. Yeah. So DNA analysts found it was made with cow and goat milk. That's a double. So I didn't even know they could do that.
Jeez.
So they milked the cow, they milked the goat, put the cheeses together. There's something wrong about that, but according to a Chinese professor, they say this is the oldest known cheese sample ever discovered in the world. This is a rare and valuable opportunity, as food items like cheese are extremely difficult to preserve over thousands of years. You can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine. Can you imagine being in the same room as that cheese?
Oh God. No,
Just in the same room.
It probably smells actually like the aforementioned P. Diddy jail cell.
Yeah.
It's just old, funky. I'm sure someone tasted it.
They look like tonsil stones.
Yeah, someone tasted it.
Nasty.
I could see someone with one of those little knives and just going.
I'm getting smoky.
I don't want any of this.
Well, I mean, maybe in a Bloody Mary or something.
Oh.
So they say we're studying.
When? Why? What?
It's old, but remember, cheese. It kind of gets better with age.
We already don't put cheese in Bloody Marys.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, you
Comments.
don't. You're thinking of
Put them
pizza.
in the comments. No,
Sir,
I'm not.
You're thinking of
I'll
pizza.
put a pizza in a Bloody Mary.
Tomato sauce and cheese.
No, you are wrong. Comments. How many Bloody Marys have had cheese, please?
Please, God, tell me none.
No,
That
this is in
sucks.
Wisconsin.
Don't they stuff olives with the cheese?
They can stuff olives with the cheese, or you just put a cube cheese. Yeah, in Wisconsin, they do it all the time. If we ever go on a tour
Sick Wisconsin.
with our hundreds and hundreds of fans,
Disgusting.
yeah, they do. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. Shane the Pain, 13. Yeah, I think I would know. They do put cheese.
Oh,
Google
God.
cheese in a Bloody Mary. You'll fucking find cheese in a... Anyway, studying the ancient cheese in great detail. This is what they say.
There's piles of dick cheese on the screen.
Okay. So they say studying the ancient cheese in great detail can help us better understand our ancestors' diet and their culture. They're cheese people. So a specimen of the
checks
cheese.
out.
Yep. Specimens of the cheese were first found about 20 years ago in the graves. So a lot of people were being buried with cheese. I've seen a whole hamburger in a Bloody Mary. Thank you.
Cheeseburger.
Yes. Well, yes, cheeseburger, sure. Yes.
Cheese.
Please, just honestly, we're not even getting this. I'm going to start getting serious.
Okay.
Because there's definitely cheese in fucking Bloody Marys.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to start getting serious.
It's time to get serious.
So, apparently a lot of people were buried with their favorite cheeses.
Pretty lame, but okay.
It's kind of nice. People used to be buried so much better. Like everyone's like, "Oh, we're so evolved now," but our burial process sucks.
They had quite the hat, too.
Yeah, the person looks fucking awesome.
They got like little cowboy boots, too.
And that was just a farmer, so I mean, I can't like.
And how old is that body? It's really well preserved.
3,600 years.
It's really, really, really well preserved. Is that the key to life? Cheese?
More cheese, please.
Six Squirrel says, put it in. A big Slim Jim bacon, a cube of Monterey Jack. Monterey, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Such a white woman thing to be buried with. There you
Cheese.
go.
Your favorite boots and your cheese.
So they say we've gained a clearer picture of ancient human life and their interactions with the world. This is just the beginning. And we hope to use this technology to explore other previously unknown artifacts.
That's so nice.
They're taking it really seriously. They're not just like, oh, look at this dumpy fucking farmer with a bunch of cheese that he's buried with.
Yeah.
How sad and lonely for him.
Not even. I just feel I would read it as like, oh, this is confirmation that humans have been humans the entire fucking time. It's just a dude who loves cheese.
Yeah.
He wanted to get buried with cheese because 3,600 years later, people still love cheese.
Well, they say this is proof humans have been making cheese for at least 7,000 years.
Because if it's not broken, you keep cheesing.
Mm-hmm. Yep, all you gotta do is scratch under your old...
Don't.
You know.
From under.
Yeah, get to your grundle. And I'll be buried with some cheese, all right?
No.
No?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's basically everything. Zach Baggins, the guy from Ghost Hunters... This is a little toss-up question. So he got, Samuel Little? See, I
No.
mean, he's the worst serial killer in American history.
Oh yeah.
He's a horrible piece of trash. He had 93 confessed victims.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, he was a black fella, and he killed a lot of the black
93.
gals, and like, everyone's just like, "That's a weird house." And then finally, someone's like, "Maybe we should do something."
Yeah.
Jesus.
He was cremated, and Zach Bagans got his cremation remains for his little ghost adventure tour. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird. I wouldn't want it to be anywhere near it. He also got all of his stuff from prison. I don't know. I do think objects have some kind of power to them. Go down and look at the stuff from prison. I think it's a little fucking creepy.
Let's see.
And I just wouldn't want it. I just wouldn't want it in my. That's the urn there, the thing, and then he's got all of his little prison. So he's got his little hat, his shoes, his Asper cream.
Oh, serial killer with Velcro shoes.
Well, that's a sign.
Wow.
That's a sign right there.
Yeah.
You can never trust a person with Velcro shoes.
Get a lot of products. Aquavelva.
Yeah, Aquavelva.
That's a throwback.
Anyway, I just don't think I would want that in my house.
No.
No. I'd rather be buried with a bunch of cheese anyway than being cremated.
Zach Bagans in Vegas, his little like museum or whatever. He has the rocking chair from Annabelle, like the real Annabelle, I guess.
Right.
A whole bunch of things like serial killer art from Gacy and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done the Museum of Death. There's one in New Orleans that is pretty gnarly.
That one must be cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's definitely like moments where you're like, I don't know if I needed to see all that.
Yeah.
Because then there's just like a lot of like not famous, like this is what happens in a car crash.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of that stuff. And it does, like, when you walk out of there, you're kind of like, whoa, or like, was that why? You know, I got a magnet.
Yeah.
I got a magnet.
Very
That's
nice.
cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I got a little magnet. They didn't have any shirts my size. Apparently,
nice.
fucking big people can't like death
Yeah.
Yeah.
or anything like that. But
I went to the one out here in LA. Got a little cat skull shaped ashtray.
right.
Oh,
It's cool.
very
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, it's mostly just about selling trinkets.
Yeah. God, I love me some trinkets.
Yep. If he was in prison, they don't allow laces. I don't know if that's true, Carrie Aviriati. I'm pretty sure you allow. I think there's laces.
I think they give you like boat shoes, like
No,
slip-ons.
now they give you like slip-on like Vans almost.
What about the boots that you wear during a gang race riot?
What?
They put boots on.
What?
Yeah, I was talking to my boy Laird Lawn. They put boots on.
Boots on.
Yeah, they have boots.
Wow, there's a boot party?
Yes. And
Damn.
if you know something's about to go off, if everyone's wearing boots, you're like, oh shit.
You're the only guy without boots. You're like, ah, fuck.
I'm going bare on
I
this.
didn't know it was boot day.
I'm going bare-toed fighting. Yeah, it's boot day. You're fucking dead serious. Yep, 6 squirrels. They've been. That's why they're listeners. You get boots with laces. He's been.
Oh,
So thank you so much.
wow.
What were you in there for, 6 squirrel?
Killing squirrels.
Oh man.
Slip-on boots.
No, you can't have a slip-on, dude. That's pathetic.
That's called an UGG.
It's a galosh.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's enough for today.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. It's been nice to be back with you. A lot of great topics today, and we'll continue to do the show. We'll figure it out. We had a little bit of illnesses as we shared up top. So
Yes.
Yeah.
we're getting back into it, and hope everyone stays safe out there. Do we have anything else?
Thank you to Abby Blackbird for the super chat.
Yes. Thank you all so much. Hail yourselves, and we'll be back later on. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. It's gonna stop.